Don't let nobody tell you got to pay $60 for a planner. You do not. All you need is a hole punch, some stamps, and a dream. That's all I have to say. We're back, and this video has been specifically requested by one of my new subscribers. Hi, new subscribers. How y'all doing? Okay, so today we're going to talk about another highly slept on, very, very affordable stationery option that nobody is talking about, okay? In my last video, I showed how I was using my Kokio Systemic personally, and I keep this in there. So that's how this video came to be. I'm gonna walk you through what it is, what I use it for, alternatives to this that are also very inexpensive, why it's super awesome, and then I'll also go through different things I put it in when I'm going to the coffee shop, and I'm gonna show you multiple types of paper options that you can put in this at different price ranges, okay? It's a really amazing option if you are someone who's working on a project, you're learning things, studying, creativity. I don't use this for planning, really. A big thing I learned this year personally is that for planning, like day-to-day, week-to-week stuff, I'm actually really cool with a book-bound system because the days don't change and it's comfortable to just be able to open something, go to the day that you need, and put the stuff down there. I don't mind not having rings for traditional planning and schedule keeping, right? It's actually comfortable to have something that you can just open, go to the page, go to the day, write what you need to write, and move on, right? However, I need my creative work and my learning work to be flexible. I absolutely hate when I am writing things, recording things, working on something, and I learn something new or come up with a new idea and wish that I had written it in a different section, on a different page, etc. Obviously, if you're typing on your computer, you don't have that problem. But if you like to write things down, rings is a very good option for flow state work. You know, I call this flow state stationery, if you will. I feel like I'm really niche maxing with this video because not a lot of people are using A5 20 hole rings on a day-to-day basis. You don't see a lot of videos about them. Most people, if they're in A5 rings, it's the 3-3, the 6 ring system. I don't use that. I really prefer the 20 hole rings for the simple fact that Japanese paper, you know what I'm saying? So I was introduced to A5 rings in this format, and so that's why I'm using this and promoting this, and I think it's a really good option. Let me stop yapping. I be yapping a lot. I think this will be really valuable, okay? I think I'm gonna blow your minds with this one, okay? It's a little niche. It's really niche, actually, but I love this thing, okay? Obviously, this video is about binders, right? All of these are A5 20 hole binders. This one is my Daiso binder. I've been using this as a like stock market research binder. Daiso not only sells this is like a $2 20 hole binder system. They also sell the paper that goes in it. It looks like this. It's like really wide ruled with like check boxes, but obviously you can put different kind of paper in here, right? So you can stop at this. You can just go to Daiso, pick this up, get the paper, pop it in. This is how this all started, right? Me being obsessed with Japan, going to Japan, learning about Japanese stationery, then learning about Daiso. It all started with the Daiso binder and it just evolved from there, right? Anyway, one binder for stocks. I actually haven't started using this one yet. I bought this in Japan during my stationery craze and I still have the wrapper on it because I haven't found a use for it yet, but I was just really obsessed with them. This is a Maruman brand and it opens like this. The Daiso one also opens like this. There's a little hinge at the top and a clasp at the bottom. So the Daiso one and the Maruman one, they open like that. 20 hole. It comes with some paper options, several different paper options. These little papers right here, they go in the mini binder, also from Maruman. I also bought this. I also bought this in Japan. Probably my all-time favorite paper, all-time favorite binder paper. But they give you several options you know, with the binder to just like show you different ways you can use it. But this paper also fits in the 20 hole binder. So you can jump in and out of both of these and use them simultaneously. I think that's what they made it for. Like they also have like planner inserts in both sizes. So this is a really cool option. One day I'll be able to read Japanese, but basically they take the time to make diagrams to show you all the different ways you can personalize the binder for your scheduling, your note taking, your to-do list, etc. It's all in Japanese, but you see the picture though. You see that, right? So my introduction to this system came this way. Japan, Daiso, Maruman, here we are, right? I also got this one in Japan. This one, is my content planning binder. Bought inserts, dated Maruman inserts, and I was working out of this for my content. I was working out of the other one for learning about the stock market and investing. It's a lot of binders. It's cumbersome to like be working out of multiple binders at the same time. It was getting kind of annoying and I just had stuff everywhere. So what I decided to do, I found out about these Muji rings, right? And I was like, what if I take the section from each binder that I'm working on and I put them together in a separate binder entity and then take this with me when I go to the coffee shop. And that way I can work on just the piece that I'm working on at the time and not overwhelm myself with like this, you know what I'm saying? So this is my personal one. I bought two. When I went on the Muji website, I bought two of them. I'll put a picture of what it looks like when you buy it. It looks super boring. Like you would never know how amazing it is just from looking at it. But it's awesome. And that's what the video is about, okay? So basically when you get it, it's just this ring and this polyurethane cover. That's it. And then you buy paper to put in it. This is how you open it. It's different from the Daiso binder I just showed you. There's no hinge on the bottom and there's no clasp on the back. If you look really close here, there's little teeth and they hold each other together all the way up the binder. So what you do is you just grab the binder opposite the teeth and you pull away from them and now it's open. When you get this, make sure you leave something in here because if you don't have the leverage, then you have to open each one by itself if you just have the naked rings. So leave something in here even when you're not using it so that when you open it, it's really easy and you don't have to go ring by ring. It's minimal, it's portable. It's not like a real sturdy binder where you have these clips here and it's really lightweight. And then you just smush them back together like that and you go about your day, right? So this is how it comes, just this clear part. I've got Daiso paper in here. I've got Muji paper in here. And I have Maruman paper in here, all 20 hole A5 rings. Let me show you what mine looks like. So mine, I kind of dressed it up a little bit. Now, mine looks cool because I went on to Temu and I bought some of these A5. Temu sells these. They're just the cover, you know? So my Muji rings looks cool because I also added things from Temu. Temu also sells a really inexpensive bag of these. You have to put it together, right? I haven't started using this yet because I got these and I told myself that I would use this when I need to make some space in here. Like when I'm done with something in here and I want to just have it be a standalone thing, then I will put it in these guys, right? So they come in stacks of 5 and you could line it up, but it's different from the Muji rings because the teeth don't go in the same direction. So I don't think you can pull it like this and open it. You have to like squeeze it like this and then it opens. So this is more cumbersome. Like this is not something I would reach for every day. This is something I would put stuff in if I didn't want to bother it that often. I like this because I can just snatch it open and move stuff around and smush it back together really quick. These little ones from Temu, you would have to open each section, I think, and then put it all in there. But if you're looking for alternatives, if you're not a Muji shopper and you want to play around with A5 rings that are really inexpensive, this is an option right here. It comes in this big bag of colors and I just picked this up when I got these because I knew I wanted dividers for my Muji, because the Muji doesn't give you dividers. It only comes with this thick clear cover. So I went and just bought some like $2 additional dividers because I knew I wanted to have like 3 or 4 sections in here that were different things, and I didn't want them touching. I wanted to have, you know, each section be different, right? So this is why mine is gonna look different than when you just get it off of Muji, because I put extra stuff in here and I customized it for like my own personal needs, right? So I'm gonna show you what I have in here, and then we'll go through paper options. The first, I just have a year at a glance. I just put this blue one in because it was a nice, like, fun color. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm going for that every time. But this is that Temu thing I was showing you, and I just put some sticky notes on here. I have my year at a glance. I have some dated Maruman inserts. This is my content planning section. This page is the video I'm working on today. And then my next video will go on this page, right? Another cool thing, Daiso sells these. I probably could have put this on better to where it wasn't wrinkly like that. But Daiso sells these pockets that you can stick on anything. And so I also put the dividers in between each section and put pockets from Daiso on here just to give me, look at that, like spaces to hold my notes. So the next section here is my investing section. I'm watching other people's YouTube videos about investing. I'm doing my own research. I'm watching Bloomberg. I'm trying to understand the bond market, and it's kind of confusing for me. So I've been taking notes, and I move the notes around in this section when I learn new things because, you know, I want to retire one day. So this is my middle section. Okay. Here's some Muji paper that I have in the back for additional notes. My back section, I write down things that I want to put in my blog. Before we go through paper options, this is another alternative. Kokio has an option too. I don't like this one as much as the Muji one for 2 reasons. One, the ring diameter, there's a huge difference. The Kokio campus option is a much smaller ring diameter, so I can fit less stuff in it. And the opening mechanism to get it open is different. You have to push down on this. I'm actually really bad at this. Oh, here we go. You push down. So you're supposed to push down on this, and then it opens like that. And then you put your paper in, and then, oops. And then you close it back up. This one's really small, and I hate this part. And also it has this big ridge on the back. So when you go to open it all the way, now I have this one maxed out. Let me use one with like a normal amount of paper in it. When you have that big ridge on the back, when you go to just open it and do this, it makes it weird. I don't like it. I don't like the Kokio one. I use this for backups, but I just wanted to show you. This is another option, another alternative to the rings that will work with Maruman, Muji, and Daiso paper. We got these from Temu, a little more work. And this from Kokio, little less space and a different ring opening mechanism that I personally don't prefer. But people love this. People love this. A lot of people have these, okay? I feel like this is a lot more popular than the Muji one. And I think that we should give the Muji one some love. So when you don't have it maxed out to the brink like I do, you can treat it like a spiral notebook and just focus on one page at a time, or, you know, open it up to both pages. So this is my backup Muji rings but I'm working out of this one, and this is why it's so chunky. Okay, let's go through paper options. Okay, there's a lot of different options of paper and price points of paper that you can put in these rings because, again, we love luxury stationery, but I do want to make more content about stuff that you can buy that's under $10 and extremely functional as well, okay? My favorite stationery company right now is Maruman. So when I was in Japan, I definitely put a bunch of this paper in my suitcase and I flew home with it, right? So we got blank Maruman paper, A5. We got colorful grid. white grid. I got this on Amazon. This is smaller grid, 3mm grid, white paper, A5, 20 hole. We got Maruman lined paper. This is all still one brand, but I have other brands. And then Maruman also has dated inserts that I've showed you as well, A5, 20 hole. Okay, eventually I'm going to be making I'm going to try and make my own leather ring system. I bought these rings off Amazon, and I'm going to try and make my own leather bound ring system, but I'm very overwhelmed and I don't really know where to start because I have really high hopes for it and I want it to be amazing, but I'm not like a leather I'm not a atelier, you know. I'm going to be freehanding it and doing it at home by myself. I haven't even started yet, but I'm already anxious that I'm not going to like it. And so I'm shooting myself in the foot and I haven't made it yet. But my goal is to one day come on here and show you guys that I made my own 20 hole leather rings portfolio. And I'm going to be really proud of myself when I do it. But right now I have anxiety and I haven't not started. I went to the leather store, you know, those leather shops. And I dug through the leather scrap bin for like an hour. I was so sweaty and I was so dirty by the time I left. So I have the leather and everything. I don't have the courage. I have all the tools. I just don't have the courage. So coming soon. Okay, coming soon. And this is a larger diameter than the Muji rings. So I'll be able to fit more stuff in there, which is the motivation to make my own. Because they don't sell a lot of 20 hole, especially not in the US. Like, if you're buying a 20 ring binder, it's definitely Japanese or Chinese maybe. But, you know, I love this. Anyway, that's why I'm here, because I love A5 20 hole binders and I'm here to spread the word. I also picked this up from Muji. If you're going to go Muji shopping, get the high quality paper notebooks. These are really great. This is a B6 Slim and they have A5 Slim too, and they will absolutely fit in your little Paper Republic, your Louise Carmens, you know what I mean? These are really good options, and it's really, I just love Japanese paper because it has that really smooth texture. And this one here, I don't know if you can see that. It's lined, but it has like very faint vertical markings, so you can technically use this as grid paper as well. So I picked this up from Muji when I picked up the paper. Let me show you the Muji paper, okay? So we went through the Maruman options. If you're looking to get that little mini binder, Maruman also has all these different types of paper. They have schedule, to-do list paper. I pretty much bought all of these. I have the to-do list, lined paper. So the cool thing is these, even if you don't want this little bitty binder, these fit in the A5 size, which I think is really cool. So, you know, you can do a little crossover work if you're a mini binder type person. This is an option too. I haven't seen another brand doing it this way. Only this is just Maruman, but I promise I have other companies to talk about. This is all of the loose leaf A5 20 hole paper that I picked up from the Muji website when I purchased the rings. We have dot grid, plain. We have undated calendar paper. So you can take this and make your own planner if you wanted to do that. If you're a rings planner girl, I don't even know why I bought this because I wasn't planning on using it as a planner. I get carried away. I get carried away and buy stuff I don't need, but then I can bring value to the channel, right? So it was still, you know, a good thing that I got it because now I can show you, right? We also have, look how much paper they give you. When you go on the Muji website and you buy look at this. So this is what the Muji A5 lined paper, they give you a huge pack of this. Now, I would not say that this paper is fountain pen friendly, but it's also like $3 for this whole thing, right? So the Maruman paper is absolutely fountain pen friendly, but they give you less in the pack and it costs more money. This is 200 sheets. This is 100 sheets. And there's probably a $10 to $12 difference between these packs of paper. But Maruman paper is fountain pen friendly. So just keep that in mind. You might be able to get away with a fountain pen in this page and in this. We're going to test it out. This is my little DIY B6 Slim traveler's notebook that I made at home. This is that same leather I made the other one with. I tried my hand at the sewing machine, and you know, the results were a little questionable, but it ended up being the perfect size for my Sterling Ink B6 Slim, the Midori B6 Slim, the Muji B6 Slim, and then a DIY insert that I made at home. I have this little guy in here, and I'm gonna show you what the high quality paper looks like. This is a really juicy fountain pen. This is a medium nib TWSBI. This is the Muji lined paper that comes in the 200 pack. Oh, hold on. Let me write, welcome to the channel. And then we'll open up the B6 Slim in here. So these are both Muji paper. This is the high quality Muji paper, and this is the Rings Muji paper. On the places where I lingered on the page, you absolutely get a little bit of bleed through. But honestly, that's not horrible. This is a medium nib. I am pleased to report that the Muji high quality paper notebooks are fountain pen friendly, because this is a really juicy pen. That's a lot of ink that I put on the paper, and wow. I actually hadn't used this yet. I'm actually pretty surprised by that. Muji was not lying. When they said high quality paper, they meant that. So that was just a plus. I was not prepared for that to not go through the page. Because this was like $5. Wow, Muji's really out here winning. Okay. Well, this video was about Muji stationery, so there you have it. The binder paper, if you have a fine or extra fine nib fountain pen, you could probably get away with it, because this is a medium, and it's only going through on the parts where I held it down on the page. I was not prepared for that. This is really good. This is really good paper. Okay, Muji. Okay, Muji. Muji not playing. The one thing I will say, if you're planning to go on the Muji website, on a normal day, you only get free shipping on that website if you buy like $80 worth of stuff. I waited until Muji was having a shipping sale, and it went down to free shipping if you spend $50. I got some Japanese skincare. There's like a clear care toner on there, and it's actually really nice. It was like 10 or 15 bucks because I wanted to get free shipping. So I bought more stuff. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you want to try this out and you put all the paper stuff, the stationery stuff in your cart, and then your cart's like $15 to $20, and then you have to pay for shipping. If you were just looking for something else you could put in your cart, don't sleep on the Muji skincare, because that toner is like a milky toner. My skin actually really liked it. I'm going to show you one more thing. It's really going to blow your mind, okay? I don't think you're ready for this. What you're looking at right now is regular printer paper. Did you know that if you take regular, 8x11, like your just standard printer paper, and you fold it, not perfectly in half, but fold it with like an inch to spare on the other side, it fits perfectly in an A5 binder. Did you know that? Were you aware? I don't think you were aware. So you can have sections within sections, okay? All you need is this is just some washi tape that I put on here for decoration, but all you need is some printer paper. You don't even have to buy pre-punched 20-hole paper. You can get regular paper and just fold it and put it in here, and it absolutely works. I thought that was super cool. Obviously, printer paper is not fountain pen friendly, but you can put sticky notes on here. You can make your own sections. If you don't want to go on Temu and buy dividers, you can make mini sections with just printer paper. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say one downside, it's hard to find 20-hole punches. They're not easy to come by. And the one that they have on jet pens is like $30. So I bought this on Temu. I absolutely thought I was buying a 5-hole punch, but I definitely bought a 6-hole punch by accident. But the cool thing was the spacing is the same. The spacing on a mini 6 or a personal size or the A5 is very different than the hole spacing on the 20 hole A5. They are not interchangeable at all. So if you're going to DIY some inserts, if you're going to make your own sections, you're going to need something like this. Or if you're a gangster and you're like, I'm not buying a 20 hole punch, you could go to Daiso and get a $1 or $2 single hole punch. And then you would just have to trace the holes and punch individually. Personally, I went and I got one that I can, do stuff with. And it comes with this little guide. So even though it's 6, you just put this little guy in the hole, and then you line it up. If it's A5, I'm an A5 girl, but I punched this sheet of just regular printer paper. You just take it, turn it the long way, punch it on this side, and then fold the edge so that you have like an inch of space, and then it fits literally like it was meant to be in an A5 binder. I bet nobody ever told you that before. I bet that's the first time you ever heard it. Even though it's chunky like this, just make sure it's sitting in the middle. And you just grip it like this, and you just open it, and you can do whatever you want, and then just run your hand down, smush it back together, and it's closed. I love this thing. Oh, let me show you what I put it in. Okay, so I typically don't throw it in my bag like this because I want my paper to be protected. So I either take my Kokio Systemic, and you can slide this in here like that, or, in there. So I either put it in my Kokio Systemic like this, or I have 2 other carrying options. Let me show you. Okay, this is my Clyde A5 nylon pouch. Okay, it has little pin or, those little clip holders. It has pockets on the inside for your tabbies and your paper. And then this big section here in the middle, you can fit A5 notebooks in here. So I take this, slide this in there. I wish they had given me about half an inch more on the zipper part, because it's like a perfect A5 fit. So it takes a little finagling. You got to wiggle it a little, but it fits in here like a dream perfectly. And then you can put pins in here. You can put your stickers in here. And then I just slide this whole thing in my bag. And so all my pages are protected. I can put, extra notebooks in here like that. Loose paper, you can put that down in there. You can put it on the outside too. I really thought this was so cute. You can fit loose A5 paper in here. Like, what? I thought this was so cool. So this is my my second carrying option for my Muji rings. And then my third carrying option, my medium Delphonics. Just pop this open. Woo. Slide this thing in here. And then put this in the bag, right? And this is for days where you have like multiple things going on. I could fit this chunky Paper Republic in here. Yeah. Fit that in there. I could fit something else in there too. I cannot wait for my chopper planner. Oh my God, I have to wait till October to order it. I'm so sad. It's fine. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm like so ready for my A6 chopper planner? I'm so excited. Okay. What were we talking about? I saw my chopper and I got distracted. Right. So third option for carrying. Honestly, you can just throw this in your bag because the divider makes it like the poly, what's it called? Propylene? The plastic cover, it protects your paper. I just like to put it in something before I put it in my bag. But this thing is fire, man. I feel like we're really sleeping on this. And it's not expensive. And there's several different options for recreating this if you don't shop at Muji. I hope this was helpful. I really love this thing. And I take it everywhere with me. It's like my supplemental learning notebook. And I love that because it's rings, it's like a a spiral notebook, but you can't flip your binders like this. Like a traditional, when I make this, I won't be able to do this, you know? Because this is like, it acts like a spiral notebook, but it's not. And I think that's what makes this particular item so fire, right? Mine is a little bit overstuffed, but when you have like a normal amount of paper in there, it's really fluid, it's really sleek, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but you have unlimited options for what you can do with it, and it's very inexpensive. You can even make your own inserts. Like if you're a bullet journal girl, if you like to make your own spreads, you can get some stamps and do that in here. Temu has a bunch of these cheap little stamps. Like you can make your own weekly spread and to-do list with just some stamps and some nice paper. Stationery doesn't have to run you a lot of money if you don't mind being creative, you know? So this is episode 2 of affordable, accessible, amazing, and highly slept on stationery. I hope that you all found this informative and exciting, because I'm excited. And let's all just hold hands while we count down until we can order our chopper planners from Hobonichi on October 1st, because any day now, you know what I mean? Like, and if you are, you know, on the fence about do I get a daily planner, girl, you can get one of these, a date stamp. Look at this. Get some paper you like and never have to buy another planner again, okay? You got options. Don't let these people tell you got to buy a $60 Hobonichi planner if you're not trying to do that. Get you one of these. Oh my God, they have a one-piece one coming out. I don't think it has dates on it though, but I'm just going to buy it because I'm obsessed. But you can get you one of these. This thing goes all the way up to 2035. You can buy one of these, boop, boop, and never have to buy a dated planner again, okay? You can have sensei level stationery at discount prices. All you need is a hole punch, a date stamp, and a dream, and you don't ever have to pay for a planner again. That's all I have to say, okay? Stationery does not have to be expensive, but it does have to be amazing. Okay, yes, I love that. All right, thank you for watching.